What's up, everybody? Today, y'all here with the Goa, Keith Thurman. He's a former unified welterweight champion, having held the WBA title from 2015 to 2019, promoted to the Super Champion in 2017, and the WBC title from 2017 to 2018. As of July 2022, he is ranked the 5th best active welterweight. Keith, do you have anything coming up? Do you think you're going to step back in the ring as a fighter?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to stepping back in the ring. Obviously, we were negotiating for Tszyu earlier this year, March 30th. 2 weeks before the fight, I popped my bicep tendon in the 11th round of sparring in preparation for Tim Tszyu. There's a scar mark right there. I had my surgery March 27th, 3 days before Tszyu fought Fedora, my replacement, in Las Vegas, T-Mobile Arena. So it was a very unfortunate year. Once again, injuries, setbacks, lack of activity, but I'll be turning 36, but I still just love the game. I want to be a part of it. I'm here supporting and doing analytical work. Tomorrow as a commentator, I'll be able to see firsthand, up close and personal, what this division has to offer when it comes to champions like Bakram and Tszyu. And we'll see next year if I'll be competing, stepping in, most likely at 54. Potential going back to 47, but definitely more leaning heavily towards getting into the new action with some new names here at 154.
First of all, I hope your arm is feeling better. And do you think you're going to be helping more fighters other than Tim Tszyu as a sparring-wise?
What's that again?
Do you think you will be helping different fighters other than Tim Tszyu?
Well, when it comes to helping fighters, you know, I got a few guys that I'm trying to help them get into certain positions. I'm not a big fan of playing that role because I still have a few more good years that I like to squeeze out of my own game. But in the sport of boxing, it's hard to get anywhere without a little bit of help from somebody at some place in time. So I don't mind doing what I'm doing and helping certain fighters come up. But when it comes to really working with fighters, advising fighters, getting in their camps and help promoting them, none of that is most likely going to be manifested until I announce my retirement post-career.
Now I know a little help from people isn't too bad because I learned that in a game of pool and from boxing. So I realized it's not so bad to get help from other people. And for being out the ring for so long, for some fighters it can cause a little bit of depression by not being an active fighter. How is that for you?
Yeah, I'm actually very blessed and very fortunate. You know, 2 years ago, I met a phenomenal humanitarian and guru, my Sri Ravi Shankar. You can watch Guru Dev Talks with Thurman on YouTube. And ever since then, for the past few years, once a year I visit his ashram. We do a lot of yoga, meditation, and breath work. And due to that breath work and the meditation that I've been actively doing, my spirits are high. You know, I'm able to be optimistic, and you know, there's a lot of things in life that happen the way that you don't want them to happen, you know. But do you let that just destroy your inner being, right? The world out here, there's a lot of factors that you don't get to control, right? If your pops puts a curfew on you and says it's time for bed, you don't get to control that, right? You know? So as you get to go to bed, you can be mad about it, you know. You can be salty about it, you know. When you wake up, are you gonna be mad about it the next day? Dang, Pops, he wouldn't even let me stay up. It's the weekend, he wouldn't even, you know? So how long are you gonna hold on to grudges and negative emotions, right? When you wake up in the morning, did you think to yourself, I want to experience negative emotions today?
No.
No, right? But when negative emotions happen, right, how does one get out of that mindset? Man, my friend did this to me. You know, I can't believe it, man. He took this from my house, bro. I just got this. Why would he even think about it? You know, there's a lot of things that are just not gonna happen the way you want to happen. Now, at the same time, as a human being, we're not going to be peaceful. We're not going to be centered all the time. It's okay to get upset. It's okay to get angry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry and be mad. But how long are you going to cry for? How long are you going to be mad for? So at the end of the day, what I've been able to do through my breathwork and meditation is learn how to recenter myself quicker than I did in the past, prior to learning these techniques. So luckily for me, instead of saying, I missed out on money, I didn't get paid, I didn't get to fight, they're gonna forget my name. Who am I? Who is Keith Thurman? I have every reason this year to be scared, inferior, insecure, feel unloved, unprecedented. At the end of the day, I know that those are feelings that they might pop up in the mind, but they're untrue. Keith Thurman is a 2-time former world champion, well-established, well-loved in the sport of boxing. So at the end of the day, you know, I looked at this year that I got to spend time with my family. I was hurt, but God gave me an opportunity to be with my kids, to be with my wife. There's a lot of people who are working 9-to-5 jobs and they don't get time with their kids. They're helping their kids, but they're helping their kids financially, and the struggle of that doesn't give them time with their children. So the fact that I have time with my children, time with my wife, time with my family, time to reflect, you know, and take this moment to cultivate the inner peace that I've been doing through my meditations to where I'm unmovable. The outer world can shake me, but the outer world can never break me. And I'm very fortunate to have that feeling and to have that guidance in my life right now.
And what you said, I think is very great, but that kind of reminds me of a book I read. It's about the 4 agreements. It talks about never take things personal. It said, if someone's having a bad day and let's say they just shoot you, you shouldn't take that personal, because at the end of the day, they're the one hurting the most.
That's right. So, you know, when somebody does something to you, what state of mind were they in that made them want to do that act, right? So if they were in a happy, joyful, peaceful state of mind, would they ever have behaved in that manner? So when you can realize that those who are out there wronging you or wronging others, there's already something wrong with them. There's actually some turmoil that they're not comfortable in life, and it's making them behave like that. Maybe they don't have a good father figure. Maybe they have no mentors. Maybe they weren't taught, you know, how not to be rude. Maybe their parents have only been rude to them. So there's too many variables that can make somebody naturally behave a certain way over another way. And because you don't know what that person's been through, right? You go to the store and you ask a question and this person gives you attitude, you know, they didn't give you attitude. You don't even know this person. They don't dislike you. They're giving you attitude because there's already something wrong in their day to day, you know? Maybe a family member's sick. Maybe they're worried about this and that. And when you came to them, they just didn't want to give you one moment of their time because of their stress levels. So that's where we have to not take things so personally, open our hearts, have a wider vision, and not think that I'm just being attacked. So I agree with you on that.
And how do you mentally keep your happiness outside the ring? Because a lot of fighters find their happiness in the ring.
You know, that's a tough one, but there's so many levels of life, right? So being a fighter is only one dimension of my life. It's like, you know, you got point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4 before you actually get to 1, you know? So, you know, you see me and you know me as this one, Keith one-time Thurman. But Keith one-time Thurman I'm a son, I'm a father, I'm a husband, so I'm a fighter, you know, I'm a coach, you know. So there's so many different layers of who I am, and just being able to be level-headed. I love boxing. I love the action. I love the grind. I love the blood, sweat, and tears. But at the end of the day, it's still just one dimension of me. So as my career has not gone the way that I wanted to go with injuries, you know, I still have so many things to be grateful for within my family, with my wife, with my children. And with that, I'm able to just be level-headed and happy. And once again, optimistic. I have not given up on myself as a fighter. I have not given up on the sport of boxing. I look forward to my comeback, and I'm hoping to manifest one of the greatest comebacks that this generation has ever witnessed.